What's up, YouTube? It's Randy Orton Fan 2011, and I'm back here once again for round 10 of 24 in Season 2 of the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. This is the LA Kings 500. We're back here one more time in my hometown of LA Live, Monster Energy Super Speedway, for another good 30-lap race here at Monster Energy Super Speedway. Of course, 42 drivers looking to make an impact. Of course, our points leader, Dylan Poteet, hoping to extend his points lead over Aaron Williams, who currently runs second in the points. So it's going to be an interesting race, to say the least. We'll take a look at our starting lineup, and then we'll get the command to fire up the engine, so stay tuned. That was a look at your starting lineup. Christopher Martin will be starting on the pole. Yokan Makedo on the outside. Good run by a bunch of rookies here. As you see, there's our defending champion, Dylan Poteet, starting 7th. But look at the top 10 in the starting lineup. Look at the top 10 in the starting lineup. It looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rookies. 7 rookies in the top 10 in the starting lineup. So that is going to be really interesting, to say the least. And yours truly is starting back in the 25th position. This could be a factor here because, of course, Aaron Williams is behind by 21 points over the points leader, Dylan Poteet. Of course, Dylan Poteet looking to extend his points lead. We'll see what happens here in this race. Here we go, guys. Time to fire up them engines. Party time in LA Live.
Drivers, start your engines!
This race will be 30 laps long, so lap 15 will be considered the halfway point. And there they go. They fired up the engines. We're ready to go racing. Of course, Christopher Martin, he is actually 6th in the points right now. He could certainly use a good finish to catapult his way into the into a better playoff contention spot. There you see a brand new paint scheme on Christopher Martin. I want to thank Jake Rogers for that paint scheme. As we wait the green flag, we are going green here in LA Live once again. Christopher Martin, they're 4 wide as they go through turns 1 and 2, and Alyssa Anderson has the inside advantage as they go through turn 2. It's a matter of which line each driver will take. And we're gonna be checking out our bird's eye view camera very often because this is the best action where that will happen. And now you see Dylan Poteet with the inside advantage. Could he take the lead? Maybe Michael Norman will have something to say about that. And oh, they're wrecking. Seth Cole around, Jake Cole, Joseph Clark, and Randy Carpenter, and the caution is out. The yellow flag is out. Oh, Jessica Miller, James Qualls, and another wreck. Look out. Oh, man, Jessica Miller got a huge piece of that one. Trent Dunham got a piece of that one. But Jessica Miller, she's 4th in the points, and that's not going to help her at all. I'm just wondering if everyone's racing back to the line. These guys, no, they're not. The pace car isn't. Well, there is, we're trying to figure out where our leader is. There is Dylan Poteet. Those are the guys that ended up racing back to the line. But there is the pace car. The caution, the yellow flag is out. And Dylan Poteet has led 2 laps, so he will get a bonus point. And then Michael Norman 2nd, Barney Ward in 3rd, Sean Henley in 4th, Alyssa Anderson rounds out your top 5. We'll take a look at what brought the caution. Stay tuned. All right, here's what brings our first caution of the race. Oh, it starts right around here. You see, someone gets into the wall, and it's Pichu who gets into the wall, the outside wall, and then Joseph Clark just nowhere to go, and he's gonna collect Randy Carpenter in the process. And there you see Liam Irving is gonna take a little hit, but then I think this is what brings out the caution right here. See how this started. Oh, Sasha Dawson gets into Jack Richards, who gets into Seth Cole, and then that's where the mayhem starts. That's what brings out the caution. And we're trying to figure out what other drivers got into this one. Jake Cole. Jake Cole in the 26 car just got slammed from behind, and then he hits the wall. Man, Jake Cole just cannot catch a break in this series. Yeah, I feel really bad for Jake Cole. I mean, he had a pretty half-decent season in season 1, but then his luck has just made a complete his luck in this series just made a complete 180. Man, tough break for Jake Cole, but now there's another wreck that happened in front of them, and here it is. Looks like it happened at the front of the pack. It's Jessica Miller who gets into Sean Henley, and then he's going to give a little shot to Barney Ward. Sean Henley's going to go sideways. But at this point, the caution already was out. But this is another wreck. You see Alyssa Anderson taking a hard hit, getting involved in that one. And then you're going to see a few more cars get into the mix right around here. Oh, Christopher Martin really had to check up on his teammate Jessica Miller. And then James Qualls just couldn't slow down fast enough. And there you see cars like Alexander Dawson, Aaron Williams, Danny Wells getting by. Dylan Young, Red Bell. But there you see Michael Dawson, a hard hit on Michael Dawson. Heavy damage on that 42 machine. They see Matthew McMurray might have gotten a piece of that one too. Pichu might have gotten a little scrape. And then Jack Richards had another bit of damage onto that white deuce. Not the blue deuce, the white deuce. They see Trent Dunn just stuck in there, and he just got nowhere to go. So a lot of cars got involved in that first wreck. There you see everyone else was slowing down. Dylan Poteet was the only car that actually crossed the start-finish line before the caution came out. So really, Dylan Poteet had pretty much clean air at this point. And he will lead the field back to the start-finish line for the restart. Our defending champion is looking pretty good in the lead right now, but we'll see if he can hold that throughout the remainder of this race. Stay tuned. We're going back to green right after this. Pace car has hit pit road. We were set to go back here. Green flag racing in LA Live. Dylan Poteet's your leader, followed by Michael Norman, Sean Galligan, James McLeod, and Alexander Jones. That is your top 5. Here comes Michael Norman to the inside, looking for the lead. Then don't forget James McLeod. Alexander Jones looking for some good runs. Jennifer Miller currently 3rd in the points, looking to make a statement here. There is Sean Galligan and Charles Jackson, of course, the inside advantage. Charles Jackson wants to move back into the top 10 after falling out of the top 10. Now Dylan Poteet stuck on the outside. He's going to lose the lead. It's a matter of which line you choose in this track, and that really could be the difference maker. As James McLeod leads a lap, he gets a bonus point. Take a look at some of the action near the back of the pack. There you see drivers such as Aaron Williams stuck on the high side. He is stuck behind Michael Dawson. Man, he's not going to be happy about that. LA Live's not going to be happy with Michael Dawson because Aaron Williams, who's the hometown hero, he's stuck. He's basically in a box here. Aaron Williams got stuck in a box between Yoko Makedo and Michael Dawson, High Octane Racing teammates. I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe Michael Dawson wanted something a little bit from after wrecking Aaron Williams in one of Seth Cole's races. I'm not saying which one. Oh, Brian LaFleur Jr. got into Joshua Perry. Heavy damage on that 5 car. Maybe not. I'm not quite sure. But Sean Galligan actually led the last lap, so he gets a bonus point. But now it's a battle between the teammates, Dylan Poteet and Ryan Cooper. And Dylan Poteet with the inside advantage, and he will retake the lead. Maybe not for long. Here comes Alexander Jones in the 73 car. Dylan Poteet leads another lap. It's a matter of which line you take and when you take it. It's better to take it late than sooner. usually it's better to take it sooner than later. It's usually. Well, let me try this again. Usually it's better to take something sooner than later. This time, in this track, you might want to take it later than sooner. But not that later, or else that's going to cost you the race. And now Xavier Livingston has the lead, and he will lead a lap, and he gets a bonus point. 20 laps to go. We are 1/3 through this race. And now Dylan Poteet, our points leader, is going to lose a lot of positions as he is stuck on the outside. And that's not going to be a good sign for the points leader. As you see the rest of the field here, here you see Aaron Williams trying to catch up with the rest of the pack. There is a lot of damage on the 17 machine of Brian LaFleur Jr. And, oh man, heavy damage to 51 of Danny Welsh, who might have got involved in that first wreck. Yeah, some of those guys got involved in that first wreck, as Jennifer Miller actually led a lap, and she gets a bonus point. I'm sorry, I'm trying to cycle through the cars here, because, like, wrecks can happen anywhere. Wrecks can happen anywhere. Oh! Wait a sec. Is Chloe Lennon in the second position? Wow. How about for the rookie Chloe Lennon? Now she's got the inside advantage. She's going to take the lead coming off turn 4. Hey, never count the rookies here, because they might just steal a win, as Chloe Lennon leads a lap, and she gets a bonus point. That's her first lap led in any PORWC series so far. There's Jessica Miller. Man, she is off the pace. She's not happy with that wreck. I don't know, but probably she was the one that caused that. I'm not going to say anything, though. You see Aaron Williams trying to move his way back up the field, passing Jack Richards for, I think, the 20th position. There are 8 cars that have DNF'd at this point, but we'll get to them later. Of course, we have a few notables that did DNF, such as Trent Dunham and Dylan Young, and Pichu and Matthew McMurray. Those are some notable drivers at DNF. Of course, you saw Liam Ervig in that list too. Of course, the Darlington race winner. But here you see Sean Henley. Take a look at Sean Henley, our previous race winner. He has a lot of damage on that Home Depot machine. And I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's Dylan Poteet, our points leader. He has fallen all the way back into the 16th position. And now he's stuck on the outside. And man, Dylan Poteet led a bunch of laps, but he's not in the position where he wants to be. And now he's in a box here. I'm not sure if this is going to work for our points leader. Remember, you want to be on the inside line. That is really where everyone's making passes, on the inside line. Now we see 3 packs basically spread out. Alexander Dawson led a lap, and now Charles Jackson leads at the halfway point, so he gets 2 bonus points, 1 for leading a lap and 1 for leading at the halfway point. But there you see a bunch of rookies in this field. So look at this. There are 3 rookies in this pack of 5, the first pack of 5. That's James McLeod, Michael Norman, and Sasha Dawson. Justin Perry and Charles Jackson are the veterans, and Alexander Dawson in 6th, he's also a veteran. There's Joshua Perry, who came all the way back from the 40th position. He has moved his way into the top 10. Now he's under attack by Xavier Livingston. We still haven't seen a caution yet. With about 14 laps to go, James McLeod leads another lap. And man, it's just mayhem here. Just been mayhem from this point out. Aaron Williams has moved his way towards the front, and he of course wants to get a good finish here. Now he's attacking Yoko Makedo, looking to move up a spot. And at this point, I think we might have a new leader. No, Charles Jackson actually led that lap. And now Jessica Miller. Jessica Miller's going to play a factor here. Oh, James McLeod almost got wrecked, but he's going to be okay. Jessica Miller's going to be playing a factor now. Oh, she slowed up Justin Perry. Now she's going to slow down Aaron Williams. I don't know what Jessica Miller's thinking. Aaron Williams, you got to get away from that. Oh, Dylan Poteet, look out. Oh my God. Someone hit the wall hard. It's Brian LaFleur Jr. Oh my God. That was a hard hit, and Dylan Poteet got spun around. The caution is out. Holy crap, and who is the lead? Alexander Dawson is the leader. Oh my god. Someone hit the divider between the track and the pit road wall hard, and that was Brian LaFleur Jr. Oh my god, that was a hard hit by Brian LaFleur Jr. Man, that was unbelievable, and I mean that in a bad way. We're going to have to take a look at what brought the caution out. Stay tuned. Take a look at this. This is a very hard hit. This is what brings our second caution of the race. You're going to see Dylan Poteet battle Brian LaFleur Jr. for what is the 17th position. And then you see Brian LaFleur Jr. get loose, but watch what happens here. Oh my god, Brian LaFleur Jr. just clips the barrels divider between pit road and the track. Oh my god. But there were a few other cars that got involved in that one too. Let's take a look at Dylan Poteet, what happened to him. Oh, Dylan Poteet slid back up on the racetrack. He gets into Jack Richards, and someone else spun around. It's Seth Cole. Seth Cole gets involved in a second wreck here. Right around here, he just gets clipped by Brian LaFleur Jr. Couldn't avoid the 17. Seth Cole with heavy damage on that drive-to-end hunger machine. And then Dylan Poteet, heavy damage to the rear of the 43, and that is not a good sign for the points leader. Oh, Justin Perry somehow got in this. How did he get around? Oh wait, he got spun. He got spun by someone. There's the first wreck that occurred. That's what brings out the caution. But something happens around here. Something happens to Justin Perry. Oh, he's going to bounce off the outside wall, and then Christopher Martin's going to get into him, and then in the process, Martin's going to take out his own teammate Jennifer Miller, and Jennifer Miller was third in the points. Man, this is not working out for those who are in the top 5, especially 3 drivers in the top 5 in four drivers. 4 drivers in the top 5 in points get involved in wrecks. Liam Ervik, who already DNF'd at this point, and then of course Jessica Miller, who got involved in that first wreck. Jennifer Miller, who gets involved in this wreck, and our points leader Dylan Poteet, who basically took out Brian LaFleur Jr. The only guy in the top 5 that's left in this race intact, that is Aaron Williams, currently running in the 14th position. We'll be right back for Green Flag Racing right after this. Stay tuned. We're back. Pace cars giving us the one to go. Alexander Dawson's the leader, followed by Michael Norman, Sasha Dawson, Charles Jackson, Alexander Jones. That is your top 5. Then it's James McLeod, Joshua Perry, Marco Rossi, Xavier Livingston, Yokan Makedo. That is 6th through 10th. But look at the cars. We're just about down to 20 cars at this point who are still on the lead lap. And we will take the green flag with 8 laps to go. Alexander Dawson looking for his first win in the Pepsi Cup Series this season. Michael Norman, as well as Sasha Dawson and Charles Jackson, Alexander Jones. There are 2 rookies, 2 very notable rookies. But, of course, Michael Norman is going to go to the inside right away, looking for the lead. And they go 3 wide here between Sasha Dawson, Alexander Jones, and Charles Jackson. But look at Joshua Perry. Joshua Perry started near the back of the pack. And look at him in the top, running in the top 5 right now. That's got to be huge for Joshua Perry. That is just huge. Now he's going to go for the 2nd position. Joshua Perry didn't make much of an impact in season 1. And he's not making much of an impact right now in season 2. But look at him battling for the lead with Alexander Jones, as Alexander Jones leads a lap, and she will get a bonus point. Oh, look out. Oh, that was close. They made contact, but they're good to go. And Alexander Dawson's going to fall back a lot of positions now. We take a look at the leaderboard. Our points leader, Dylan Poteet's all the way back in 29th, 3 laps down. I'm not sure if he's out of the race, but he may very likely be. As Xavier Livingston will lead the field with 6 to go, and he will get a bonus point for leading a lap. There you see Aaron Williams started somewhere near mid-pack. He's moved his way into the 8th position. And I think they're wrecking. Yes, they are. They're wrecking again, and this might be it. This might be the end of the race. This might be the end of the race. Here they come. They're coming around turns 3 and 4, and then maybe Xavier Livingston might actually win this race. He might just win the race, Xavier Livingston. But another wreck took out probably Max Skinner and Jack Richards. Those two brings out our third caution of the race. We'll take a look at what brought that out. Stay tuned. Take a look at this. This is what brings out our third caution of the race. You're going to see Max Skinner going to get into Jack Richards in the 2 car. And then Jack Richards, Max Skinner, they're going to bounce off the inside wall on that safer barrier. That is what brings out our third caution of the race. And then this is the race back to the start-finish line. And Xavier Livingston led them through the start-finish line. And there you see the rest of the cars, the rest of the field there. And it looks like Xavier Livingston will lead the field back to the start-finish line first. And then it's James McLeod, Marco Rossi third, Joshua Perry actually in 4th. Charles Jackson will be credited in the 5th position. This might be the end of the race right here, or we may end up going to a one-lap shootout. We never know. You never know what's going to happen. But we'll get a ruling on what happens, and then we'll see if we're going to get a one-lap shootout or if we will just end the race right here. So stay tuned. Pace car has given us the 1 to go, so we are set for a one-lap shootout. And Xavier Livingston, James McLeod, Marco Rossi, Joshua Perry, and Charles Jackson, that is your top 5. Alexander Jones, Aaron Williams, Michael Norman, Jennifer Miller, and Josh Cullen, 6th through 10th. There are 15 cars that have DNF, including Dylan Poteet, our points leader. And here we go. This is it. It is all or nothing here in LA Live as we go back to green flag racing for the final time here at LA Live. Xavier Livingston is in the driver's seat, but who knows who will take the win here. Anything and everything will happen on this final lap. As they go back to green flag racing for the final time, Xavier Livingston takes the green and white flag. This is it. This is it. This could be the end of the race. And who could possibly steal a win? Could one of the rookies steal the win here? Someone could possibly be in the running at the end of this one. But this is one lap. This is one lap. Anything and everything will happen. But Xavier Livingston is going to be able to hold it off. Nothing's going to be happening. And here they come to the stripe, and it's going to be Xavier Livingston stealing a win for the rookies. Congratulations to Xavier Livingston stealing a win for the rookies. How about Aaron Williams and Alexander Jones, 2nd and 3rd? LA Live is cheering for them loudly. And Joshua Perry came from near the back of the pack, and he ends up in the finishing 5th. How about that for Joshua Perry? And if Charles Jackson regains his momentum, he will end up in the 4th position. A good run for Charles Jackson. But there is your winner, Joshua Perry. One second. We'll take you to your finishing results right now. There is your finishing results. Look at that. Xavier Livingston. Congratulations to Xavier Livingston. He gets his first career PORWC victory here in LA Live. And how about the boyfriend-girlfriend combo of Alexander Jones and Aaron Williams, 2nd and 3rd? 8/100ths of a second. That was the difference between Xavier Livingston and Alexander Jones. A pretty close finish, to say the least. But, man, LA Live was cheering for Aaron Williams all the way through. And he ends up on the podium. Man, you got to believe it for LA Live. They are happy for their homeboy. Charles Jackson and Joshua Perry 4th and 5th. But how about Joshua Perry? Man, take a look at the qualifying. Look where Joshua Perry started in the 40th position. Joshua Perry started all the way back in the 40th position, and he comes all the way up to the 5th position. How about that for Joshua Perry? Man, a good run. Finally, a good run for him. And then we go through 6th through 10th. That is Marco Rossi, James McLeod finally with a good finish. Jennifer Miller with another top 10. Looks like she will stay in the top 5 in points, maybe move up a position if possible. Michael Norman, another top 10 finish from Michael Norman. That is actually, for Michael Norman, that is his 4th top 10 in the past 5 races. So Michael Norman continuing his hot streak. And then Chloe Lennon with a big upset. Chloe Lennon actually ended up in the last spot in the top 10. Then we go through 11th through 20th. Those are the last cars that ended up finishing the race on the lead lap. That is Sean Galligan, Josh Cullen, who started dead last, moves up 30 positions into the 12th position. How about that for Josh Cullen? Hiroshi Kato, Ryan Cooper, Yoko Makedo, Alexander Dawson, Danny Wells, Sean Henley, Christopher Martin, our pole sitter, and Jack Richards. Now we take a look at 21st to 27th. Those are the cars that ended up a lap down. That is Sasha Dawson, Joseph Clark, Dion Scott, James Qualls, Randy Carpenter, Michael Dawson, and Max Skinner. And then the 15 cars that ended up with a DNF, Alyssa Anderson, Dylan Poteet, our points leader, and I think Dylan Poteet might lose the points lead at this point because Aaron Williams has finished third, Dylan Poteet 29th. So I think Dylan Poteet may no longer have the points lead, and that might be Aaron Williams, who will be the new points leader. And now we go through the rest of the field. Barney Ward, Justin Perry, Brian LaFleur Jr., a huge accident by Brian LaFleur Jr. I just hope he's okay. Seth Cole, then it's Jessica Miller, Matthew McMurray, Pichu, Dylan Young, Trent Dunham, Red Bell, Tony Blazer, Liam Ervig, and Jake Cole. But look at this again, man, a lot of cars ended up DNFing. And just an unbelievable race here in LA Live. But how about Xavier Livingston? After getting the word that there will be a one-lap shootout, he's able to withstand the pressure, and he'll come away with the big win. A big win for Xavier Livingston. That's gonna help him out. That might just get him inside the a little closer to being in the top 30 in points. Of course, you want to be in that top 30 when something like this arises. Well, it's been a great weekend here in LA Live. Of course, Aaron Williams was the big fan favorite. He may not have won, but he came up with a top 5 and a podium finish. Man, those LA Live is really happy today. But congratulations to Xavier Livingston on his first career PORWC victory, and he will definitely be he might just be a force to be reckoned with, and he will be eligible for the All-Star race next season. And remember, if you win a race prior to the next All-Star race, then you win. You get yourself a chance in the All-Star race. You get yourself an entry in the All-Star race. So congratulations to Xavier Livingston. All right, it's been a great weekend here in LA Live, and of course we'll get the word on where our next race is. And of course, I will give you the standings this time. So just remember that. All right, that's it. This has been your PORWC president, Kevin Rabinall, signing off. This race has been brought to you by Pepsi Next. Crisp, refreshing, amazing Pepsi Next. Here come your standings.